Here's what's going on so far. Uh, I put my pinion bearings on the pinion shaft. I had to go get those pressed on because I tried the freezer and the oven trick and they just wouldn't go on. And I didn't have and didn't think to make any kind of bearing driver. I didn't really trust it anyway. I froze the carrier and heated the carrier bearings and put them on there and drove them on there, and they didn't make contact with the carrier. There was between 10 and 20 thousandths of space. So there's a hot rod shop on my road. I called a differential shop, I called a truck shop, and I talked to this hot rod shop on my same road, just a few minutes from the house, that I didn't really know much about. Anyway, they pressed them all on there, and they seem to be fine. So I put my pinion in, and put my crush sleeve in. You got two pinion bearings, two races. One goes on the outside, one goes on the inside, and then you have a crush sleeve in between that's supposed to set the preload. And I put it on. It's supposed to be, for new bearings, supposed to be between 20 and 25 thousandths, not breakaway, but holding motion, the force it takes to keep it in motion, between 20 and 25 inch-pounds, which I'm there now. But it was an adventure getting there. This crush sleeve, I put everything on, I started tightening it down, and it wouldn't build any preload. It's like the sleeve wouldn't crush. I couldn't get it to do more than 3 or 4 inch-pounds of force, until some point that sucker moved and it went tight. Went to like 60 inch-pounds of breakaway force and probably 40 or 50 of maintaining motion force. And so I thought, hell, I'm going to have to take the whole thing apart and do it again with a different crush sleeve and all this. I backed it off and tightened it down a little bit, and now it seems to be right. I've worked it back and forth and around and around and around and around and around about 600 times, and it doesn't really seem to be loosening up. It's right at 25. I put a little bit of grease on the outer pinion bearing and a little bit of oil on the inner, so they're not dry. So I think I'm gonna give it a shot. uh, I mean, I keep on turning it, and then I keep on measuring the inch-pounds, and it keeps on being dead on what the specification is supposed to be, 20 to 25 inch-pounds of maintaining force. So I don't know. We're gonna keep going, I guess. Looks like what I'm gonna do. I'll let you know what happens. I'll add on the thing when I start dealing with the carrier.